Hey YouTubers and re-streamers. So we're at the Datania Waterfalls in DaLat, Vietnam, and we're live streaming. So we just follow the path and it will lead us to things. There's a little train that can take you uphill, and or you can walk it. And there's this little path, and you can actually smell the flowers. They're quite fragrant. DaLat is really plant-friendly terrain. It's in the mountains, and it enjoys a microclimate that isn't really replicated anywhere else in Vietnam. So I would consider this southern Vietnam, but southern Vietnam with a microclimate that keeps things cool, or it's generally like 73 degrees is like the average temperature. So I've come from my breakfast place, Anna's Coffee House, which is not far from here. It's higher up in the mountains, or a mountain top, and it's buildings that are cut into the side of the mountain with a terrace overlooking, you know, the beautiful landscape. And oh, I just couldn't be happier with the way the day has gone compared to trying to settle in here in DaLat, which was a little bit problematic because of complications from Tet, which is the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, which in this country amounts to basically Thanksgiving and Christmas thrown into one, where the entire country goes on holiday for several days. And what that actually means is the two largest cities, you would have Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. Basically, people that live and work in those cities aren't traditionally from there. They have other homes, like family homes in other parts of Vietnam. So when Tet comes, that's where they leave for. So whatever their job is, it's put on hold. So there are only skeleton crews left in hotels and in restaurants and operating, you know, phone companies and transports, you know, buses. So the whole country is on the move, and things get out of hand in terms of pricing. Prices can jump by 3 times what normally things should cost. So there's a lot of competition for all kinds of you know, services. So it's a bad time to be without a lodgings or a transport ticket, because you get what you get, and you'll have to pay for whatever it costs. So the idea is to avoid Tet if at all possible, or make your arrangements well ahead of time when the prices are reasonable and you're locked in, because otherwise you can get all kinds of unforeseen issues. So I have a ticket. It allows me to get back up to the top from below, which we will ride on. And here it comes. Oh, it's a 1 card thing. I didn't realize. I thought it was more than one. But yeah. So I think they call this the engine. I forgot about it. I did it last year, but I thought it was like a little train, but it's not. It's an individual little roller coaster, which is, I guess, why they call it an engine as opposed to a train. So if you notice, you might not have noticed, but here there is vacationing Vietnamese in DaLat, and very few tourists comparatively. So that's another thing what I like about DaLat is where Vietnamese consider this their little vacation spot, where you're out in the nature and you can do family stuff. And of course, visitors, tourists are welcome. but they don't outnumber the locals or our Vietnamese who are in town for a visit. Little kid is winded from this climb. He seems pretty proud of himself. And see, there are little benches along the way should you get tired. You know, last year, exactly a year ago, or almost, I did this this path, but I hobbled down, so we will get zones where the signal is waterfalls. So I guess they have individual breaks as well. So when you have a bottleneck like we're having here.
Anh đi xích vô anh. Đúng rồi đó. Nghĩa đâu? Ăn vô con. Thôi, ăn đi nó được. Vô Nghĩa. Vô Nghĩa vô.
Hello. Hi. Hi. So you see, people are on holiday, and you can tell they're in just like a very pleasant mood. And they're away from their jobs and their routine, and they're just doing family stuff. Off-time stuff. I can hear the falls from here, and there's a nice kind of a dip in temperature, and there's also a change in level of humidity. It's just like noticeably slightly cooler just turning around that bend. Rehabilitation exercise, and I'll take the engine on the way back up again. This is actually really quite good for my legs, given I go at my own pace. Little munchkin is beating me. Yes, I'm talking about you. You can hear the waterfalls. Have a look at that. Let's opt to go visit the falls first.
Biết nữa nó giờ ảo ở đây kìa con. Không biết nói gì luôn á, giờ hôm nay ảo con đó là ảo mà chết luôn á.
There, YouTube. How do you like them waterfalls? Skip on the stones. Oh yes, and there's King Kong. Because this is a family amusement park. And the selfie corner. Up and around over here and over there. Oh yes, you can get your picture taken with King Kong. Why not? Miss. Wow. There we go. Nobody. Droplets on the lens, but that's okay, to be expected. Okay, we can go.
Thấy không?
So people will jostle into you without a second thought. So you gotta watch yourself. You don't get pushed over. I like this rock formation. I don't like the King Kong. Didn't like it last year. And I don't get me started with the American Indian. Because I guess that's what you could call it. It's not a First Nations representation. And we can look over here. There's a little section. Okay. Yeah, let my head, yeah, we can like hide all of the King Kong stuff. There you go. See you, King Kong. So coming to you from the mountaintop waterfall near DaLat, Vietnam, is called Datania Waterfalls. Hope you'd enjoyed the little view. Thanks for coming in. Bye for now.